many organisations, leaking is viewed as something that is unethical because it involves a change of loyalty between the person in the organisation and something outside the organisation. So we say principled leaking is when the person inside the organisation defects in their behaviour to humanity. That is, they break the rules that are inside the organisation and they obey the rules of society. So those rules of justice and generosity and courage they pursue, and they do that by breaking the rules inside the organisation and taking confidential information that reveals some kind of injustice or unethical act and giving it out to the world, who can then respond and try and mitigate the situation, or if they can't mitigate it, then have reduced involvement with the organisation or change that organisation's reputation.
Tonight, Private First Class Bradley Manning is in military custody. An Army intelligence analyst who, over time, it's believed, became disillusioned with U.S. foreign policy. He allegedly took credit for leaking this video of a U.S. helicopter strike in Baghdad, giving it to that whistleblower website, WikiLeaks.
This is disgusting. He's claiming Assange of not protecting his whistleblowers after the arrest of US Officer Bradley Manning. Which critics? What's the evidence? This is the type of uninformed.
It's been a month since Private Manning was arrested for leaking the Iraq video to WikiLeaks. Editor-in-Chief Julian Assange has been virtually in hiding for all that time, moving constantly every few days to cover his trail.
Every dumb, false rumour all stuck together in one article.
It's been a long and wearing month for Assange, and internet chatter about him is his main contact with the outside world.
It's just a lie. It's just not true.
I spend weeks lying low with Assange as he prepares for a spectacular re-emergence into the public eye. Assange was in Australia when Manning was arrested.
We had intel sources saying that things were not looking good.
He immediately went into hiding and then made his way here to the UK when he believed the US were making requests of the Australian government to take some action against him.
As far as you could tell, what were the requests to Australia?
Well, as far as my source tells me, they were to perhaps raid, detain, interview, get information from in that manner. In the end, it was being seen as a counter-espionage request and was being treated that way by Australian authorities because it's involved an Australian journalist. They were a bit hands-off.
The arrest of Manning over the Iraq video and other material made it hot enough for Assange. But the material he's holding and working on now makes the Iraq video pale in comparison.
This is 91,000 reports between 2004 and 2010 from US forces, not generally including special forces, but all regular US Army forces in Afghanistan. And it includes the location, date, the unit involved, the number of people killed, wounded or detained. In fact, it's the most detailed history of any war that has been made ever. It's significant.
Assange and others have been working around the clock, crunching raw military data into GPS-specific graphics and fully searchable text.
It's an extraordinary bit of history.
Well, it's also fairly current, so it's not exactly just to librarians.
By history, I include what happened an hour ago.
Yeah.
there is nothing new in this world other than the history that you don't know yet, right?
Yeah.
So,
he's a man on a mission, but he's not flying entirely solo. For the first time in WikiLeaks history, he has pulled in some mainstream media heavyweights to collaborate in preparing material. So where are we heading now?
off to the bunker in The Guardian.
But what's in the bunker? What's happening in the bunker?
In the bunker we have our team from Guardian, us, the Spiegel and New York Times was there, but they've gone back home. We have a really quite horrible airless room filled with computers, but at least it doesn't have anyone else in it.
Yeah.